Jump off in this Lego life.
Alright guys, Legal Life back again with another tabletop review. This time as requested, we got the Glock 48. I'm going to get into a few things about it. This is one of the few Glock pistols that I really don't like. And I'll get into exactly why, but we're going to start off with the barrel size. Because as you can see, it's a pretty big gun in terms of barrel length. This is the exact size of a Glock 19. So if I put these side by side, you notice they are exactly the same. This is essentially a skinny Glock 19. So in terms of concealed carry, I mean, if you have a problem tucking a handle, that basically almost a full-size handle, compact size handle, then this gun really wouldn't be for you. The barrel length ain't really gonna matter so much because it's tucked in your pants. But it comes in at an unloaded weight of 18.48 ounces. So in terms of weight, with this, it's about 2 ounces heavier than the Glock 43X, and that's primarily the slide, because you got about an inch, a little bit longer slide. So take that into consideration. 2 ounces heavier, and then plus rounds and everything. So it's still a good size gun. It's not heavy. It's not a bad gun. It's pretty decent. The overall length 7.28 inches, so it's a compact. This ain't no micro compact. This ain't no Glock 43. This ain't no Springfield Hellcat or nothing like that. Like, this is your standard run-of-the-mill Glock 19 size firearm, slimmed down, cut in half. The width on it, as opposed to the Glock 19, just a hair over 1 inch, so 1.1 inches. As you can see, the big difference if you compare them in the grip width, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you like and what suits you the best. But overall, it shoots pretty decent. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think the trigger on this gun is absolutely horrible. Like, out of every Glock that I've shot, this is probably the heaviest trigger. Like, unloaded. Get to a nice wall, but once you hit this wall, that has to be at least a 6-7 pound break. It's kind of gritty, so this trigger is getting changed out immediately. This ain't even my gun. This is my girl's gun. This was her first gun she bought. She liked it. She went and got it. We took it to the range, and we both are kind of iffy about it and on the fence. I think we're gonna end up just either porting the barrel in the slide. I'm gonna get some cuts in the slide and then port the barrel, or I'm gonna throw a comp on here. But worst comes to worst, we'll just chop it down to a 43X, throw a comp on it, and it'll be pretty much the same size, but shoot way better. And that'll get me into the next thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take apart this gun real quick. This is your recoil spring. Now, that is the same recoil spring from a Glock 43X. And if I take out my Glock 43 recoil spring, I guarantee you it's the same size. Now, this is the recoil spring from a Glock 19. Mind you, these guns are the exact same size. My issue comes in with this gun is I feel that it has a lot more recoil due to the fact that you're using a smaller size recoil spring. I think if they used a standard size recoil spring and didn't make it cross compatible with the 43X, that it would have been a completely better gun.
I'm ready. Yeah, you make it look extra cool.
It wasn't as fast. I can go faster with other guns. So my 43, I've shot faster with. I've shot faster with my 19, obviously, H&Ks and shit like that. I feel like this gun's just too skinny. The frame is too skinny. I'm overreaching on the trigger.
This is the recoil spring for my Glock 43. Identical. The Glock 43, the 48, and the 43X all share the same recoil spring. Now it's good for the 43 and the 43X because the size of the barrel, everything, it works with the gun. But in my opinion, on the 48, this shorter recoil spring, I feel more recoil. That's just how it is. I'll post videos on it. You can see it. I feel more recoil with this gun than I do with the 43 or 43X, and I think that's partly to do with the recoil spring being so damn short. Now, if they would have ran with a full size recoil spring, as in Glock 19 size, which is the same size this gun really is, I think it would have been a lot smoother shooting gun, similar to the Glock 19. But I mean, those are my personal opinions.
Like, if I were to put maybe a grip on this to kind of thicken it up a little bit, it'd give me a better result. Because I like, for those of you who don't know, this gun is the same size as a Glock 19. Same dimensions, just thinner. I personally rather go with the Glock 19 over the 48 because I like the thickness of it. It helps. It helps all around, I think, in my opinion.
That shit that they wanted to do with the guns and have everything interchangeable, I understand it. But in terms of practicality and use, and I just don't think it was the best idea for them to go ahead and put a small recoil spring here. And they did that with the, I believe, was the Glock 47 has a 19 size recoil spring and a 17 size gun. I don't think that's advantageous, in my opinion. That's just me. I think you're gonna get more felt recoil. I don't think it's gonna do anything to help the gun. Maybe just because you can swap it over and turn it to a Glock 19 and turn it back to a 17 or turn it to your 47 or whatever you're gonna do with it, that it'll make it a good option. But to me, it's something I really don't give a shit about. It's the shorter recoil spring in this gun makes this gun not fun for me to shoot. I don't like shooting this gun. I feel like it's really, really snappy for what it is. My 43 has less snap to it and it was a smaller gun and it just feels better to shoot. I don't know how you guys feel on it, but let me know in the comments, man, if you like the Glock 48, if you like the 43X or the 43, which one's your favorite? Let me know how you feel about this recoil on this gun because I don't know what it is, but I feel like this gun is super snappy. It's going to get a whole facelift. So as soon as my girl figures out what she wants to do to it, trigger, aftermarket, probably aftermarket slide, we're going to get this gun looking completely different, shooting completely different, man. Let me know any parts that y'all recommend for the 48 because I'm not too big into the 48. I do more the 43s and the 19s and shit like that. So let me know down below, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Legal Life, I'm out of here.